excluded driver a week
What you
ago.
want us to do for you. You excluded this driver from the policy a week ago, and then they caused an accident over the weekend, so there's no coverage here. You didn't think it was that serious, even though you had to sign documentation that said you understood that you would be held legally liable and that this person would receive absolutely no coverage from the insurance policy. I mean, you literally signed that documentation on the 9th of December. I'm not understanding the thought process there. The excluded means not included. So if you exclude somebody from coverage, they're not included. I'm not understanding how you thought that was not serious. I mean, in order to have coverage, you have to pay for coverage. And in this case, individual drivers have to be covered. And it looks like you removed them because you didn't want to pay the additional premium. So at this point, there's no coverage here for us. I mean, you can add them back to the policy, but that would be for future losses. There's no way for us to backdate and cover this driver for the accident that occurred over the weekend. I mean, in a nicer way than that, yes. I don't have any ability at all to provide you coverage for this accident because you allowed an excluded driver to use the vehicle. Well, a couple of things about that. One, reporting that somebody stole your vehicle to us without actually having taken the vehicle without your permission is insurance fraud. So I would not recommend that. Second, in order for your insurance to use a stolen theft claim, you have to then prosecute them. So unless you're planning to report the vehicle stolen and prosecute your daughter, I cannot provide you coverage. And like I said, it's a very serious accusation and is insurance fraud if it's not true. So I would recommend that you just don't do that. Unfortunately, you're going to have to bite the bullet on this one because we don't have any coverage to provide you since you removed her from the policy. I mean, I understand how expensive it is to insure a young driver, but this is why, because they have a higher tendency to cause accidents, and usually their accidents tend to be more severe in nature. So there's a reason behind the cost there, and unfortunately, that's something you're going to have to settle with the other insurance carrier. You should probably let them know that your coverage was denied and see how they would like to proceed with you paying them back for those damages, because like I said, she's underage and therefore you're more than likely going to be held legally liable for any damages that she caused. I mean, yes, it is our duty to protect you to the best of our ability, but you have literally asked us not to protect you in this circumstance. You have stated that you did not need coverage for this, and therefore there is no coverage. I mean, this isn't anything that we caused directly. You removed her from coverage. I can't do anything about that. Yeah, I mean, I absolutely understand where you're coming from, and I'm so sorry that you're having to deal with this, but I cannot continue to re-explain this to you. What I'll be doing is sending you a denial letter, and that denial letter will include all of the reasons for us to deny coverage, including a copy of the signed exclusion. So you can reference that if you have any questions, but unfortunately I don't have any new information for you at this point. Okay. I completely understand that is your right. If there's anything else that I can do for you, unrelated to this, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll go ahead and draft that denial letter and get that sent over to you. You're welcome. Bye. If I had $1 for every time somebody blamed me for a situation that they absolutely caused, I wouldn't need to work. Because it's always my fucking fault that you excluded your child from coverage a week ago. She said, I didn't know it was that serious. You know what? Not my circus, not my monkeys. Have fun with that, lady.